Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Can you hear me? If you can, just post a comment in here if you would. I'd appreciate it. What a ball game. Unbelievable. I was going to have my bro in here, but we had a problem with his audio. I just want to make sure that y'all can hear me. Let's see. Among the gap. Well, it says I'm live. 33 people in here. Somebody text me. Hey, Stingray, can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Y'all can hear me fine? What a ball game. What an absolute incredible ball game. I can't believe it. Shocking. We're going to go over the stats. I mean, that guy, 39 points, he totally took over the ball game. Totally took it over. And let's see. I'm going to pull up the stats here in a minute. But that was incredible. Yeah, that was one of the best games I've ever seen. That was just kind of shocking almost. Yeah, I agree, William. Knecht is insane. It was just unbelievable. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And Auburn, I'm telling you, it's hard to beat Auburn. They are a well-coached team. They're very tough, and they're just hard to beat. And the entire game, I was worried because we have a tough time with them. But when Dalton started hitting those threes and started just taking over the ball game, when he made that dunk, the crowd just went nuts, and that kind of changed everything. Yeah, he might be the best college basketball player out there this year. I wouldn't have anybody over him. I mean, he just completely took over this ball game. Completely took it over and put it on his shoulders and just carried us to the victory. And did you see the guy that was bear hugging him? Literally had his arms around him and bear hugged him to try to stop him and couldn't do it. That was yeah, here we go. Yeah, I agree. Larry Bird. He's kind of a Larry Bird out there, no doubt. Unbelievable. I'm going to pull up his stats here in a minute. Actually, I thought I had those. Oh, I see what I did. We'll pull them up here. Vols versus Auburn. Stats 2024. Let's pull that up. Unbelievable. We're going to look at the box score. Hey, I'm going to pull up this box score here in just a minute. Let's see here. I wonder how many kids. Oh, yeah. Dalton. Unbelievable. Yeah. Reminds you of Roadhouse, doesn't it? Man. All right, we're going to take a look at these stats here now. I'm going to have to, let me do a little work here. I'm going to share this screen. And we're going to take a little look-see at what happened in this ball game. Here you go. Here is Dalton Knecht. Right here. And I'm doing this all live. Let's get a little smaller so we can see it. Darn it. Come on. Come on. Let's see. He scored 39 points. Man, 12 for 21. You can see it right here. 5 for 8 from 3, 10 from 12, 10 for 12, 3 steals. Just unbelievable ball game. Shocking, really. And let's see what we've got here for their best player. Was that Broom, man. He was tough. He scored 23 points. He played really well and really caused us a lot of trouble. Baker scored 13. It was really Broom that was the biggest problem for us in the game. I don't think there's any question we struggled with him. Adu fouled out with 14 points. Ziegler scored 17. A very nice game. Vescovi, I believe he fouled out with only 2, but he didn't shoot a lot. James didn't score a whole lot, only 2. Awaka, 9 points, of course, 5 rebounds. That guy's just a player. I tell you, Awaka's really been helpful this year. And let's see, Williams for their bench scored 12 points. But I'm going to tell you what, this game could have gone. This game could have gone the other way. It really could have. Whew, man. Let's see. Yeah. I know. I had Bambi scheduled, but we couldn't hear Bambi or Chilmont. We had a little audio problem. I have no idea what caused that. We've never had that issue before, but that's what happens when you throw something together quickly. I just had to come out here and talk about this ball game. The way he took over that game in the second half, and you could feel it. You could feel the momentum when he started hit that three, and then he hit another three, and then he went in and did that dunk. The dunk kind of changed everything. It's like you could just feel the entire auditorium just going crazy, the whole gym. Yeah, and we 3 more to go. You're right. Looks like we've got a real good shot at winning the SEC. Let's see. Let me pull up the stats. I believe we're tied with Alabama, and Alabama's playing Ole Miss tonight. I believe it's not Mississippi State, is it? I think it's Ole Miss. There we go. There's Chilmont. Chilmont should have been on the show. Dang it. We'll figure that out though later. So frustrating. I don't know if they can win out the regular season. I don't know. That's going to be tough. We got to go on the road. Don't we have to play South Carolina? I'm going to pull that up. Let me pull that up and see what we got left on the schedule. And we'll discuss this. Because we still got 3 really tough games, like super tough games. Now I need basketball, not football. It just assumes I want that. All right, let's pull this up. Okay, yeah, here it is. I'm going to pull this up. Present. And we'll talk about this a little bit. Stop screen, present. Well, I've got it right there. What's the problemo? Oh, here's what I got to do. All right, share screen. And we can tell I don't do a lot of live. Here we go. All right, so we've got, let's see, Alabama, March 2nd at 8 p.m. And I believe that's home. That's home, isn't it? Then we've got Kentucky the 9th. No, we got South Carolina. That's the big game. I believe that's at South Carolina, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, pretty sure that's at South Carolina. And let's see. Let me pull that up. Let's see. So the next game is Alabama. It's at Alabama. Yeah, we beat them here. So we do have the tiebreak currently. So that's a huge game right there. We've got to beat them because they've got 3 losses as well, just like we do. And that's going to be a little tricky. And then we've got South Carolina. I think that's at South. Yeah, it's at South Carolina, folks. That's not going to be super easy. And then we've got Kentucky at home. So that's going to be tricky. So we've got 2 away games, and then 1 at home, the Kentucky game. Let me pull up our rankings. I think we're tied with Alabama at 3 losses. Hopefully they'll lose tonight. And we can that would be huge. If they could somehow lose that ball game tonight, that would help a lot. Let's see here. SEC ranking. Here we go. All right, folks, here we go. Tennessee 12-3. Alabama's 11-3 playing Ole Miss tonight. South Carolina's 1 game behind. We've got to go to South Carolina. We got to win that ball game because they got the tiebreak against us because they beat us at home. And then we've got Kentucky, who's 2 games back when they're playing us at Thompson Bowling. So that's what we've got to deal with right there. So the Alabama game coming up is huge. Their game tonight's huge. Then South Carolina's been trouble for us. So, So that gives us a pretty good understanding of where we're looking at as far as an SEC title, which I still care a lot about that. I know this is a tournament game now, but I care about winning the SEC. I mean, that's huge. Yeah, we do have the tiebreaker, but if they beat us, would we still have the tiebreaker? That's the question, because then we'd be 1-1 against them, right? Because we beat them here. And I'm not concerned about Kentucky right now because we already beat them at Rupp. They've got to come here. It's the South Carolina game and the Alabama game. Oh boy, that's not going to be easy to beat Alabama at Alabama. Although we handled them pretty well up here, as I recall. Let's see. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, but I don't care about Eastern divisions or divisions. I want to win the whole thing. Yeah, we need to win the whole thing. We don't need Alabama getting a title there. Not another one. They've already won one. Good. I hope they lose. They'd be a full game. They'd still be a full game behind. They could make it up. Oh man, Knecht, man, Dalton Knecht. Have y'all ever? It's been. I don't know that I've seen a player at Tennessee perform to that. The way he's done that multiple times this year. I mean, he literally. Not only did he take over the game tonight, he completely mentally dominated that team. They didn't know what to do. You could see them yelling at the coaches. They were yelling at each other. They didn't know who was supposed to cover, who was supposed to do what. And he would either hit the three or they'd come out to cover him, and then he would break around the guy because you have – see, here's the problem with Knecht. Because he's so tall, you can't put a guard on him. If you put a guard on him, he's going to shoot over him, right? Okay, only the guards are fast enough to stay with him. So they put like a 6'9" guy out there with him. He goes around him like he's not even there. He'll just he's gone. So then you're creek because you're giving him 2 points. So if he's hot from three, there's not much you can do. There really isn't. You can't put a guard on him. You put a big on him, he's going to go around him. He's going to. Maybe that's why they put a big on him, is because they're like, well, it's better to have 2 points on us than 3. But I mean, once he gets hot, yeah, I'm hearing Larry Bird a lot. He's quicker than Bird, but he's not as tall as Bird. And he's not as good a passer as Bird was. Bird was the greatest passer in the history of the game. Just about. Him and Magic were unbelievable. But we need to enjoy this and appreciate what we're seeing, because it's been a very long time since we've had a player to this level. This guy, you could win something big with this dude. If he gets hot in the right game, you kind of get yourself into the Sweet 16 and all of a sudden he gets hot for a week or two, you could go all the way with him. Yeah, he got that technical. He might have. When Bruce got the technical, I love that. That was great. Yeah, he lost his mind, and the guy didn't even foul him. He went up and he kept doing this, and the guy didn't even touch. That was James didn't even touch his arm. Didn't even touch him. But everybody was screaming as if he did over there at the Auburn thing, and Pearl wants to win so bad. That's why I hate to kind of hate on him, because he used to do that for us, and I always loved it then. He was with us for several years, like 5, 6, 7 years, and he coached with a lot of passion. So I'm not going to give him too much grief over that. The guy wants to win. Yeah, I know he slapped the backboard, but so what? Is that maybe they heard that and thought it was his arm? They think it was arm when they heard the backboard. I know. Don't be getting into the battered Vols syndrome. Look, we got Dalton Knecht. You got battered Vols syndrome with Dalton Knecht. You shouldn't. I mean, good grief. That's one of the greatest performances that we will ever see in our lifetime as UT fans. We just saw something very special, and I really want y'all to enjoy it because, man, I was going nuts. My bro, Chilmont, missed the second half. He was driving back. He'd had dinner with his son and drove back, and I called him, and I thought he'd watched the game. He was like, hello? I said, did you not see that? He said, what are you talking about? He said, we lost it. And I said, lost? I said, you just missed the greatest individual ball game in the history of Tennessee basketball, just about. Maybe ever. I mean, it's maybe Bernard King or somebody like that, or You know, one of those type of guys. Jeez. It would be nice if Bama lost that game. That would be fine. Yeah, we're an awful good team. I'll tell you what, and especially with having Dalton, I mean, it's pretty exciting. Yeah, absolutely, Michelle. Enjoy this. That's one of the things that I've really tried to do as I get older. When you see a game like that, man, just soak it in. Soak in somebody scoring 39 points and taking over a game against an Auburn game. I mean, against Auburn, who has been, look, he's had our number. They were 7-2 coming into this under Pearl, and now they're 7-3. So he's kind of had our number, honestly. So we, enjoy these victories, man. Enjoy them. No, Dalton's gone after this year. I promise you that. Yeah, definitely. He might be the first pick after tonight. God, he might be the first pick. Bruce Pearl, I thought he was going to pull his hair out. He didn't know what to do. We were having trouble with their big guy, but not to the level they were having trouble with Dalton. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's a senior, but it wouldn't matter. I mean, he's so gone. No, he's way past. He's going to, I swear, after tonight, I'm not sure he's not going to be the first or second pick. He really should be. Amazing. Let's see. I agree. I think he's going to be the first pick. I would pick him first. I mean, I guess there's a kid at North Carolina or Duke or something that's really, really good. Yeah. One of the things, think about this. We might have that very type of player in Nico. I'm not saying that that's not the case. We may have the best basketball player, and we'll see with Nico. You never know. But, boy, he sure looked good in that bowl game. So we've got some unique individuals over there talent-wise. Yeah, I would say top 3 for sure. He would have to go in the top 3. So, no, you're right there. You're right, because you might have some of the European guys, because the NBA's been picking a lot of those European dudes. They like the way they play. They're great passers, and they can shoot. So, yeah, he's something. That was one of the most enjoyable games that I've watched in years. Honestly, I mean, I was screaming, I was yelling, and I love the fact it was a tough game, because Auburn is so competitive, and Bruce Pearl, look, he's got a well-coached team. That's a very difficult team to beat. I was screaming my head off. I was trying to calm myself down. So it's like, you're going to lose your voice. You're going to keep screaming. You won't be able to do a show tomorrow. But it was something else. But I just wanted to come on here and talk for a few minutes and really enjoy this with y'all. And I hope you did too. I'm going to take off here in just a minute. But anyway, let's come out here for about 15 or 20 minutes and just enjoy the crap out of this. I hope y'all did. I loved it. I'm going to sign off. I appreciate you coming on. We got almost 300 people on here. That's great. And I'll be on tomorrow. I'm sure I may cover some of this too. I'm sure I will. I may come up with some unique stuff to talk about when it comes to this basketball team, and I'll tie it into with some football stuff too. But anyway, I appreciate y'all coming on. I hate I didn't have Chilmont. We had a little audio problem with him. Dang it. But anyway, we'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay. Thank you, and go Vols! Yes, great game. See you later.